Peppa Pig's been around for more than 20 years, but between hidden cameos and strange crossovers, the real mystery might just be starting. 1. Redbeard travels between worlds. There's a pirate in Peppa Pig with a huge red beard, a booming voice, and a round belly. He shows up sometimes to tell wild stories, but he looks strangely familiar. In Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, there's another pirate, also with a big red beard, but he's slimmer and clearly an elf. Same hat, same beard. Different world. Ben and Holly Redbeard came first. Then, not long after, Peppa's version appeared, heavier and now living among animals. Maybe crossing dimensions changed him. Or maybe the Peppa version has been eating well. Maybe too well. Could he be the reason Claire the cow went missing? 2. Petey the cat proves Peppa's world is leaking. In the Best Friend episode of Peppa Pig, Peppa and Susie are enjoying a normal playdate, but on the wall, there's a strange drawing that doesn't quite belong. It shows a striped orange cat with a frown and a sharp expression. It looks almost exactly like Petey, the villain from the Dogman books and movie. Petey isn't from Peppa's world. He's from a completely different universe. So, what is he doing in this classroom? It might not be a random drawing. It could be a sign that Peppa's world is connected to other cartoon dimensions. Maybe Petey crossed over and got stuck? Or maybe Peppa's universe is slowly pulling in characters from other places without anyone noticing. 3. The Queen is proof of another dimension. In Peppa Pig, almost everyone is an animal. They talk, walk, and live like people. But then comes the Queen. Not an animal queen, a real human one. She appears in 2 episodes and looks just like Queen Elizabeth. She even acts like her. That's already strange. But what's even weirder? No one questions it. Peppa and her friends treat her like she belongs. She's tall, sounds different, and moves in a way that doesn't match the others. It's like she's from somewhere else. Another world, maybe. A human world. And now that Queen Elizabeth is gone in real life, the cartoon queen hasn't come back. It feels like she was never really part of their world to begin with. 4. Super Potato exists across dimensions. Super Potato is one of the most popular characters in Peppa Pig. He's a superhero who appears on television, adored by everyone from children to adults, but his fame may go far beyond just one show. In Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, one of the students is seen with a backpack, and right there, clearly printed on it, is Super Potato. This isn't a look-alike or a parody, it's the exact same character from Peppa's universe. That detail changes everything. It means Super Potato has crossed over into the fairy and elf world, linking both shows directly. If a fictional hero can exist in 2 completely different worlds, then maybe those worlds aren't separate at all. They're just different corners of the same multiverse. 5. Peppa's world has ancient bones and hidden portals. Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Park is clearly a lighthearted tribute to Jurassic Park. It has everything: giant dinosaur models, excited visitors, and even a sense of danger. But there's more going on beneath the fun. The dinosaurs are fake in the show, but what if they weren't? What if Grampy Rabbit somehow opened a path to another time, or another dimension, where real dinosaurs exist? This idea gets even more interesting in another episode. George and Grandpa Pig dig up a huge bone in the backyard. Nobody takes it seriously, but it could be a real fossil. England is known for dinosaur discoveries after all. Grandpa also finds an old coin with a Viking symbol. Maybe their yard isn't just full of dirt, it could be a weak spot between worlds. 6. Santa exists outside of Peppa's dimension. Santa is one of the rare humans in Peppa Pig, and every time he appears, something feels different. He looks like the classic Father Christmas. Red suit, white beard, cheerful voice, but there's more to him than just delivering presents. In several episodes, he talks about being hundreds of years old, as if time doesn't affect him. That detail alone suggests he isn't just another character. He moves through Peppa's world like he's done it 1,000 times before. Nothing surprises him. Maybe that's because he's been to many other worlds before this one. Santa might not be from Peppa's world at all. He could be a traveler, crossing timelines and dimensions, keeping old magic alive in a world that's clearly changed. 7. Ben and Holly have already entered Peppa's world. In some Peppa Pig episodes, you can spot something strange if you pay close attention to the background. In one hospital scene, drawings hang behind Peppa, and 2 of them clearly show Ben and Holly from Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. They aren't just random fairies, they have the exact same design, colors, and faces as the characters from that show. This isn't a one-time thing. In another episode set in New York, Ben and Holly briefly appear on a Times Square screen. It's quick, but obvious if you pause at the right second. These small moments suggest something much bigger. Peppa's world isn't closed off. It might be connected to other dimensions where fairies and elves live just around the corner. 8. Peppa's love for fairies connects her to another world. Peppa doesn't just like fairies. She's clearly drawn to them. Whenever the children dress up, Peppa almost always picks a fairy costume. It's not just for fun. She chooses wings, a wand, and glitter, just like Holly, the young fairy from Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. That's not the only clue. When she visits a bookstore, she picks a fairy book without hesitation. On the wall behind her, there's also a fairy drawing. These moments might seem small, but they repeat across episodes. Peppa's world is full of animals, yet her constant focus on fairies feels like more than just an interest. It's almost like she senses that another magical world exists, and she's trying to stay close to it. 9. Times Square reveals Peppa's dimensional overlap. In the episode where Peppa visits New York City, the family walks through a bright and busy Times Square. Huge digital screens light up the background with all kinds of ads and animations. Most viewers focus on the fun city setting, but one screen hides something important. Among the flashing images, Super Potato appears, just like in Peppa's world. But a few seconds later, another image flashes by even quicker. It's Ben and Holly. These aren't just random characters. They're from another show made by the same creators. 10. Peppa and Holly's toys prove their worlds are connected. In Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, there's a girl named Lucy who lives in the human world. In one episode, a quick glance behind her toy chest reveals something surprising: a Peppa Pig plush toy sitting quietly by her bed. This isn't a similar pig or a look-alike. It's Peppa, the exact same character we know from her own show. It doesn't end there. In Peppa Pig, a drawing near Peppa's bed shows a fairy that closely resembles Holly. These little details feel too specific to be random. If Lucy owns Peppa as a toy, and Peppa draws fairies like Holly, it may mean both worlds are aware of each other, almost like the characters know they exist across dimensions. 11. Mario's world has slipped into Peppa's dimension. While visiting Times Square in Peppa Pig's New York episode, something strange flashes across a giant screen. It shows a fast-paced car race featuring two cars, one red, one green. It's a clear nod to Mario and Luigi from Mario Kart. The colors, the setup, and the racing style match perfectly. This quick moment might seem small, but it says a lot. Mario's universe is all about wild adventures, magical items, and jumping between worlds. If a piece of that world appears in Peppa's reality, even for a second, it could mean their dimensions are linked. Maybe Mario and Luigi have been here. Maybe Peppa's world isn't just a cartoon. It's part of a growing multiverse where anything or anyone can pop in. 12th. Shared designs prove a shared dimension. The animation style of Peppa Pig and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom is almost identical. Both use simple lines, soft colors, and a gentle storybook look. The way characters move, the shapes of their heads, and even their eyes and smiles feel nearly the same. It's not just the art either. The voices have a similar tone, pace, and accent. This isn't just a coincidence. These shows were made by the same creators, so they could have changed the look or voices if they wanted to, but they didn't. They kept everything familiar, almost like they're inviting us to connect the dots. 13. Gaston's cameo confirms a shared universe. Gaston, the ladybug from Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, isn't just a fan favorite, he's also a surprising connection between worlds. At the end of some Peppa Pig episodes, if you watch closely during the credits, you'll spot Gaston's face on a label. It's not just a look-alike or background bug, it's clearly him. This kind of crossover doesn't happen by accident. Gaston is unique, and placing him in Peppa Pig even for a moment suggests something bigger. It's a quiet but clear hint that their worlds are connected. If a barking ladybug can move between dimensions, who else might be crossing over without anyone noticing? 14. Peppa's world exists after a human collapse. There's a theory that Peppa's world wasn't always ruled by animals. Some fans believe it began as a human world, just like ours, until something big changed. Over time, animals became smarter, formed communities, and took control. The humans? They disappeared. Or maybe they were pushed out, but not all of them. A few rare humans still appear in Peppa Pig: the Queen, Santa, and a mysterious red-bearded pirate. None of them acts like the animals around them. They seem older, out of place, and almost magical. Some fans think they're the last humans who survived, possibly by slipping between dimensions. If that's true, Peppa's world may be a strange future, or a new reality formed after the fall of ours. We've explored pirate twins, fairy cameos, and dinosaur parks. And it's clear Peppa's world is far weirder than it seems. These hidden hints are too specific to ignore. Do you think these Easter eggs are secret messages from the creators? Or accidents with meaning? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe if you're ready for more surprising cartoon truths.